redo those other two, and we'll see what happens.
Read this.
Or read it, as it were.
You know, I'm very glad. No, really? What did you expect? You're a pain in the neck. Both of you. Yes, you and your sorry excuse for a ship. I'm so tired. Look, you're a big boy now. You can't play around forever. And I can't help you this time. Now go, please. Go. Quit trying. Everyone has had it with you. No one wants you here. So there. He's been asking for it anyway.
Indeed. And I still can't enable these other ones, I'm assuming. Nope, of course not. But I say how it sort of shimmers the space around there. And that's, well, what the hell. Let's go back into it and see if I can change that. Damn it, how the heck? Oh,
Read this.
wait a minute. Maybe it'll let me go into his body the next session, because I don't seem to be able to actually do anything, really.
You know, I'm very glad.
Actually, I saw a whole ship there.
Really? What did you expect? You're a pain in the neck.
Oh, come
Both
on,
of
hurry
you.
up.
Yes, you and your sorry excuse for a ship.
Okay, there we go, we can skip it. Thank God for that. And right, so if we go back to him, can we control him? Yes, we can. Oh, just like a little flashback, in fact.
Read this.
Don't even know what the hell the first letter is. I think it's a V or something. Okay, so we've read it, and can I get out of this freaking seat?
You know, I'm very glad. No, really? What did you expect? I was making it in my spare time. Here, as if I felt we'll send it to HQ. Now, let them disassemble it.
Really? I can't believe I just screwed that up. Okay, let's do a quick save again. Damn it, I can't believe the dialogue actually jumped forward like that. Okay, we'll just go back to that again. Oh, there we go, at least we're on the right track with that one. Come on, hurry up. Okay, there we go, we'll just try that again. Of course, don't let that ruin the mistake for you.
You're tired, that's all. Calm down. They'll get you soon.
Okay, there we go. And, oh, there we go, there goes the hand as well. Perfect. Alright, there we go. Now let's do that again and try not to skip any freaking important dialogue at the very end of the game, of course.
Read this. You know, I'm very glad. No, really? What did you expect? I was making it in my spare time, as if I felt something. Now it came in handy.
Ah, okay, so that's what it was saying.
Here, take it. We'll send it to HQ. Let them disassemble it.
Indeed. And there you have it. I believe that's the end there, and I think we'll just go through the other two there. I mean, really, we've gone through all of that. Might as well... There we go. We might as well experience all three different situations where it looks like we really could have turned things around and saved the crew, or at least saved their souls, perhaps. But anyway, let's just have a look at this one and the third one, and yeah, then on the third one I'll let it play through to the end there.
No one is going to help you. The whole world is against you. Protect yourself, or they will eat you.
Yeah, it's just like that fish there. And of course we can't go into him first, we'll just see what the original
Sir,
outcome was.
open the door. What's wrong with you?
Ahead, flank.
Okay, this particular
Where's
situation.
the radio message? Did you give that message to him?
Oh.
What's the matter? Isn't this what you wanted? Grab the wheel. The ship is yours.
I should skip this since I saw this not so
The
long
control
ago.
lever is stuck. I can't move it. Help me! The telegraph is stuck. Engine room full astern.
Then again, we didn't see it from this perspective, I guess.
Come on, back! Emergency, or I'll have you court-martialed.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought he was speaking into a pipe there, but no. And there we go. So apparently they were not meant to go full astern, as that would have completely screwed up their engines.
What's the matter? Isn't this what you wanted? Grab the wheel. The ship is...
Oh my god, I got that exact same
It's not
problem
turning.
in the first
The
playthrough,
control
actually.
lever is
The
stuck.
ship is...
I can't move
That's
it.
it. Anyway, let's see if we
Help
can...
me! The telegraph is stuck.
Okay, so we can help the captain instead.
For if one falls, another will lift up his fellow. And woe to him that is alone when he falleth, and hath not another to lift him up.
Hold on, Captain. I will beg HQ on my knees for the ship. Just you hang on.
We are getting out. Out! Open water. We've made it. We're underway.
Decision like that. Oh, and apparently he's not as incapacitated as one would think. Now there you go. And I believe there's one more to go, and then I'll let it play through to the final sequence. But there you go. It is interesting to see how decisions at very critical junctures can affect the the outcome of something like that. Kind of makes you think about, how things might have happened if you made certain different decisions in your own life. God knows, there are certainly critical junctures that come to mind for me. But anyway.
Tame them, and you shall control them. Deceive them, and you shall gain much. Otherwise, they will devour you.
Bit of paranoia there. Like a well-played game of chess, with the White King being struck down, I believe. Although, wait a minute. Interesting. Almost looked like it was near the Black King before, but anyway.
Sir, I'm preparing a detailed report on the repairs. Would you say a week to get it all done?
Go to the lower decks and you can see for yourself. They will explain to you that the repair time depends very much on the abilities of our crew members.
As well as the abilities of the captain to perform his duties, like getting the ship to its destination while keeping the cargo and crew safe. So, why don't you get to it, sir? Because the recent chain of events, how do I say it, cast a shadow over your competence.
Now listen here. Let me explain something to you. I am in
Sometimes I
command
try.
of this vessel, until either I or my ship ceases to exist.
This is not your ship, sir. You are a member of its large crew tasked with a certain role, and in regards to its future, that might be decided sooner than you think.
Are you threatening me?
Here's a message from HQ, for a start.
Oh, his animation was bugs there, I'm pretty sure. Not bad. Alright, well, let's see how we can do things differently in this guy's case.
Sir, I'm preparing a detailed report on the repairs. Would you say a week to get it all done?
Go to the lower decks and you can see for yourself. They will explain to you that the repair time depends very much on the abilities of our crew members.
Will do. Get our hands dirty with the boys, eh? And I guess I'll keep going this way. Push the big red button. Oops. Okay, there we go. Jesus, that's a really foreboding lift. So blessed. Oh well. Oh, I thought I was going to be disembarking there. Oh well. Ah, here we go.
Hey, look who's finally decided to grace our presence. What an honor. Would you be so kind as to help us? We're unworthy, of course, but we're so lonely. There, take the thing. It's not scientific, you know, but at least it works.
Cute. This thing? Ah, there we go. And okay, I guess we'll be leaving that thing down there. Perfect. Yeah, there you have it. 3 critical junctures. And 6 different outcomes, as you can see, depending on well, whether things take the original course or whether you get to change them, thanks to Kronos. And speaking of critical junctures,
Grab my hand! Grab my hand! Come on! Come on, grab! No! Come on! I'm the captain of the North Wind nuclear icebreaker. Welcome. You're lucky. The ice is rather thin here. You could have easily gone under. Well, now, no time to lose. Let's head for the ship. We have some rough times ahead. And let us send your wonderful dogs back. Unlike us, they always find their way home.
very prophetic indeed.
"Follow me," cried Danko, and he rushed forward, holding his flaming heart high above his head to light the way. And the people followed him, as if under a spell. And once more the forest began to murmur and wave its treetops in wonder. But its murmur was drowned out by the sound of running feet. The people were running ahead boldly and swiftly, lured on by the wonderful vision of the flaming heart. And even now there were those who perished. But they perished without tears and complaints. And Danko went on ahead of them, his heart flaming brighter and brighter.
Quite a little trooper running ahead of his heart and all that, his hands. Oh, very nice little old-time music there. Well, there you go. Pretty fancy game indeed. It's certainly a hell of a lot more subtle in terms of storytelling and with the various themes that are followed and all that. Certainly much more so than your typical Western game. And yeah, I mean, it is certainly a horror game, but it's certainly a different sort of horror game compared to what you'd usually find in the mainstream games like Dead Space, for example. Although Silent Hill, one could say, is a bit comparable as well in the imagery that is used. And a nice bit of music there indeed. So, from what I can tell, because the first playthrough that I went through, I missed out on many elements of the story because I assumed there was some sort of a God damn that music. Anyway, there was some sort of an infestation on the ship, but no, it was actually the quite literal representation of the sailors' souls, turning them into various, well, basically of them turning into various monsters and all that represents their inner natures, and of course about the original betrayal of the head of the crew, abandoning them in their moment of need. And yeah, in that name, I'm pretty sure that Alexander Nesterov and the rest of these guys are still dead. However, he appeared to fix all of their mistakes, or as many mistakes as we could come across, in the course of his travels, and in the afterlife as well, with the aid of Kronos himself. And yeah, as you can see, things were set right. Apparently those dogs must have survived though, and found their way home, as it were, while, as you can see, Alexander, Captain, those other guys basically make their way onto the ship, and hopefully into a better afterlife as well, now that Nesterov has played the role of Dunko in the story that was also told simultaneously, and yeah, basically showing them all the way, well, way forward, I guess. So they have it. Quite interesting look about how various decisions can make a massive impact on later events and all that. Even the most subtle of things, you can see whether or not, for example, tend to the captain rather than getting the ship to go into full reverse and screwing up its engines, for example. So there you go, not too shabby. A bit of a shame really we don't get more games like this from Eastern Europe, and yeah, I do believe this game was made in the Ukraine, but yeah, overall I have to say it's pretty good, and unlike my first playthrough, I don't think I've actually had any crashes or anything like that. There was a bit of an issue with the sound syncing, rather being a bit out of sync during cutscenes, but what can you do? Also a couple of little foibles here and there with just a random slowdown. The game could have been a bit more optimized, but yeah, overall I'd rate this game pretty highly. I suppose if I was to go by the good old 1 to 10 scale, I think I'd probably give it around an 8 or so. It gets hampered by its technical aspects, certain technical foibles, but that's pretty common amongst Ukraine games. But gameplay and the story is usually pretty top-notch in these sorts of games, and yeah, that's certainly shone through here. And yeah, the technical aspects, well, it's pretty easy to ignore them anyway, so what the hell, worked out pretty nicely. Yeah, speaking of which, looks like the music's finished. I don't believe there's anything else after the credits, although to be honest, I've never actually, I don't think I've sat through these credits before, so what the hell, I think I'll maybe just talk a bit more while we wait for the credits to roll over and see what happens, if there's maybe something at the end there that might explain a bit more of the story. You never know, although probably not though. Probably not. Usually that sort of stuff doesn't really happen with these sorts of games. Certainly didn't happen with Stalker or other Ukrainian games that I played, but there you go. Pretty good people involved in production. Good old One Stick Company being the publisher, I believe. Amazing. Even a game like this, nice sort of single player romp, as it were, requires so many people just to make it. And look at these translations and all that. Apparently translation being done by one single person, Artem Pavlenko. And although it was a bit iffy in certain points, I dare say yeah, it was translated pretty well from English to Russian, because I'm pretty sure this game was released for both a Russian and an English audience, so that would have been the two primary audiences that we're targeting, and hopefully the credits will be running out soon, but what the hell, I mean, we'll talk about other things as well. So of course, depending on when this particular video is shown, I might have certain things underway that I'm just starting to talk about now, but yeah, I do have a few things coming in, well, a few main things that will be developed. First thing will be, I'm actually going to be working on a new stealth game, and yeah, we're putting up a site about that very soon, and yeah, I think it's a bit of work in progress. Just not really much past concept stage at the moment, but yeah, basically it's going to be called the Stealthy Hitman or something along those lines. Basically, going to be a nice little sandbox stealth game where you can also take the uniforms various soldiers and all that, and yeah, take down your target in various silent ways. And yeah, it'll also feature its own level editor that you'll be able to use. It'll be available both as a browser-based game, because it'll be created in Flash, and the standalone version will be the version that allows you to load and save custom levels as well. So yeah, should have a site coming up very soon for that, and hopefully might be releasing an early version of the game at some point as well. It's only concept stage at this moment. Still got plenty of other things that need to be done as well. Before that, I'll be actually releasing a few design components, and chances I'll probably be announcing a few of them. Rather, I would have announced a few of them by the time this video has been published. What the hell, just check that out. So there'll be yeah, that coming out. I'll be making videos about that as well, just to announce them. So I'll be releasing those components either on Fiverr or on the sites in the Envato network. So we'll be talking about components such as Flash games and 3D, some 3D logo stuff, 3D Studio Max logo stuff as well, just to start off with. And yeah, basically from that point, yeah, we're looking to get more stuff produced. So yeah, should be interesting to see how that pans out. And my god, the amount of people that were involved in this game, that's just ridiculous. Credits just keep going on and on. Not bad. But there we go, yeah, do have some pretty exciting stuff to come out. So yeah, just in the process of submitting my existing components to Envato and possibly to Fiverr if for whatever reason I can't get the stuff submitted to Envato. And what the hell is Sonega? I don't think I've even seen them mentioned on the game manual or anything like that. And I did actually read the manual. Thankfully, it does include a digital manual. So yeah, didn't get it as a CD, fortunate. But now what the Sonega service, blah blah blah, QA Labs. God knows what the hell they did, but apparently they had quite a few members working on this game as well. So quite incredible, really. And really, I mean, just the sheer scope of it, exploring a Russian nuclear icebreaker, and really just going through it section by section as we did. It's quite an undertaking, really. I mean, granted, there were certainly many similar looking spots, but really there was quite a bit of quite a few unique elements that we saw as well, such as the different types of mental echoes that you went through, that nice little cinema screen scene where you had enemies shooting you from a projection, which I found kind of frustrating, because I kept missing them continually, because due to the way that they were projected onto the silver screen, my shots kept going a little bit off to the side once they sort of penetrated into the screen, or whatever the hell it's meant to be. So the game contains passages from Maxim Gorky's short story, The Old Woman is a Gil. And there we go, they got some officially licensed music being used in the game as well. Sounds pretty ancient though. Okay, back again briefly. Apparently it just went from that credits screen, it went briefly to the desktop and then to a new loading screen, but it didn't seem to budge from there. But thankfully, pressing Alt F4 basically closed the game. Well, close the game on the loading screen, so I just reloaded right now just to say final words about it. So yeah, pretty good game, and definitely recommend you get it. It's probably going to be a bit hard to find, really, given how old the game is, but there we go. Managed to appreciate it in 1980, right, or was it 1920? No, whoops, 1080p. There we go, 1080p. Full HD with most of the video options set to maximum, yep, or rather high. Motion blur was off, but camera motion blur was on. Everything else is pretty good, so not too shabby indeed. So there you have it. Just putting this extra bit in because the game unexpectedly seemed to freeze on that loading screen after the credits, but diary. Huh. Okay, interesting. So that was the various passages that we went through. Interesting indeed. And that's it. Oh, no, that's this. Okay, well there you go. So there you go, yeah, just putting this in so that I don't just appear to get cut abruptly and just end the video series there. But there you have it, that's it for Cryostasis. No DLC, no expansions are released as far as I know, and in my opinion, given how the game ended, it's not really necessary to release that either. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this series, and I'll see you next time.